In the 1980s, scientists attempted to explore the mysteries of the Great Pyramid of Giza using advanced technology. They discovered that there was a secret chamber inside the pyramid. Surprisingly, there was no way to access this secret chamber. It was completely sealed on all sides. To uncover the secrets of this chamber, scientists developed a robotic camera capable of navigating the narrow tunnel and revealing the mysteries of the secret chamber to the world. In 1993, this robotic camera was sent into the tunnel. It had traveled about 200 feet when it had to stop because the path ahead was blocked. Through the robotic camera, scientists could see a stone slab with two copper handles attached to it. At that point, scientists had no way to look beyond the slab. Later, they created another robot capable of drilling into the stone. This robot entered the narrow tunnel, drilled a small hole into the stone slab, and inserted a camera through it. As soon as the camera peered into the mysterious world that had been sealed for 4,500 years, scientists were confronted with a new mystery they hadn't even imagined. The pyramids of Egypt have become such an enigmatic puzzle for scientists that the more they try to unravel their mysteries, the more entangled they become. As research on the pyramids progresses, they become even more mysterious. While there are about 138 pyramids in Egypt, the Great Pyramid of Giza baffles scientists the most. It is also called the Pyramid of Khufu. The unparalleled engineering used to construct this Great Pyramid forces modern scientists to rethink. It is believed that it took about 20 years to build the Great Pyramid, and the stones used in its construction were brought from about 800 kilometers away. According to popular belief, the pyramids of Egypt were the tombs of ancient Egyptian kings. However, scientific research revealed that it doesn't resemble a tomb at all. Today, the Great Pyramid may look like a mountain of stones, but research indicates that when it was completed in ancient times, its four walls were covered with polished white limestone. This caused the entire pyramid to shine when sunlight fell on it, enhancing its beauty even more. The top of the pyramid, which is now empty, was once covered with a golden capstone that reflected sunlight, making the pyramid's glow visible from afar. Over time, the polish on its walls wore off, and the golden capstone at the top was stolen. Today, the pyramid's height is not what it was 4,500 years ago. Due to sinking into the ground over time, its height has reduced compared to before. If we talk about the accuracy of the pyramid's construction, it is so precise that you can gauge it from this. They knew the exact size of the Earth and the solar equinox. The solar equinox is an event when the sun is directly above the Earth's equator. On the day of the solar equinox, day and night are exactly 12 hours each, and this event occurs twice a year. Now, the fact is that 12 hours, when converted into seconds, equals 43,200 seconds. If you multiply this by the height of the Great Pyramid, the result is 6,333 kilometers. Shockingly, this is the exact length of the Earth's polar radius. And when the perimeter of the pyramid's base is multiplied by 43,200, the result matches the Earth's circumference. This means they knew the exact size of the Earth. Another fact is that the pyramid doesn't have 4 sides but 8, and these 8 sides are visible only on the day of the solar equinox. Whether you call it a coincidence or the advanced technology of the ancient Egyptians, it seems they had accurate knowledge of the Earth's size. What's astonishing is that the Earth's size was first measured by Eratosthenes, an ancient Greek mathematician and astronomer. Even his measurement wasn't entirely accurate and had some flaws. We only learn the Earth's exact size in the modern era through satellites sent into space that map the Earth. So, the question is, how did the ancient Egyptians know the Earth's accurate size when the Great Pyramid was built about 4,500 years ago? The pyramid's position on Earth and its geometry are truly astonishing. It is made of approximately 2.3 million limestone blocks, each weighing 2 to 3 tons, with some exceeding 80 tons. Its base covers 13 acres, and its height is 481 feet. Before the Eiffel Tower was built, The Great Pyramid was the tallest structure in the world. There are two smaller pyramids near the Great Pyramid, and the eastern and western walls of all three align directly with the North Pole. Notably, they didn't have a compass to accurately determine the North Pole's direction, yet the pyramid's precision proves they had exact knowledge of it. The pyramid's geometry is as mysterious as the secrets hidden inside it. So far, two hidden chambers have been discovered: the King's Chamber and the Queen's Chamber. When explorers first entered the King's Chamber, they found a granite sarcophagus. They were astonished because the only entrance to the chamber was a small passage, but the sarcophagus was too large to have been brought through it. After much investigation, it was concluded that the granite sarcophagus must have been placed inside before the King's Chamber was sealed. But is it really a sarcophagus or something else? Why would someone build a sarcophagus before their death? Even stranger, the pyramid contains many small tunnels that extend deep underground. If it's a tomb, why are there so many small tunnels? The question arises, is the pyramid really a tomb, or was it built for another purpose? Scientists believe that the polished white limestone covering the pyramid wasn't just for aesthetics, but to reflect sunlight like a mirror, preventing it from entering the pyramid. The pyramid's interior is made of dolomite and granite, which is unusual. Granite is one of the hardest stones on Earth, and processing it takes 10 times longer than limestone. Moreover, the granite was brought from 800 kilometers away. Why use such complex materials for a tomb, which requires so much time to process and transport? According to scientists, these materials contain quartz and metal crystals, and granite is a good conductor of piezoelectricity. When pressure is applied to certain materials, they generate an electric charge, known as piezoelectricity. Dolomite, another material used in the pyramid, enhances electrical conductivity, and the gold at the pyramid's top served as a conduit for electrical energy. Scientists suggest that the pyramids weren't tombs for burying ancient Egyptian kings, but ancient power plants. Explorers also believe the sarcophagus in the pyramid might not be a sarcophagus, but a large battery. Electromagnetic radiation, similar to lightning, has been detected around the pyramid, believed to originate from a hidden chamber inside. The power plant theory was first proposed by British author Christopher Dunn in 1998 in his book, The Giza Power Plant. He argued that the Great Pyramid was a machine that generated electricity using hydrogen. But is there any truth to this theory? An Egyptian archaeologist and former Minister of Antiquities, Zahi Hawass, was accused in 2014 of stealing ancient artifacts, including copper wires found in the Great Pyramid. This raises questions. If electricity was invented in the modern era, why were copper wires needed in ancient times? Why did Zahi Hawass steal these artifacts? Did he know a secret about the pyramids he didn't want the world to know? The more we think about Egypt's pyramids, the more mysterious they become. If the Great Pyramid indeed transferred electricity, could it be that the great scientist Nikola Tesla understood its secrets long ago? Tesla believed that unlimited electrical energy could be produced using Earth's poles. In 1905, his statement shocked the scientific community. He also claimed that the ionosphere, Earth's upper layer, could be used to generate unlimited electricity. To achieve this, Tesla began working on his electromagnetic Wardenclyffe Tower. Based on the pyramid's geometry and position, it resonates at a frequency of 8.1 Hertz, which Tesla believed matched Earth's resonant frequency. After numerous calculations, Tesla chose a location for his Wardenclyffe Tower that followed the pyramid's principles. Like the pyramid, he used copper wires and a metal coil at the tower's top to create a short-range magnetic field. The tower transmitted electricity wirelessly, similar to modern Wi-Fi. Explorers found large obelisks in Egypt, tall, four-sided granite monuments with quartz stones at the top. Christopher Dunn believed these obelisks received wireless electricity. The ancient Egyptians built 28 obelisks, and similar monuments have been found in Istanbul, Rome, London, Paris, and New York. However, Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower project failed because he lacked the resources and manpower to build a structure as massive as the pyramid. Although there's no solid evidence supporting the power plant theory, archaeologists haven't found any electricity-powered devices in Egypt. However, they discovered a carving in the Hathor Temple in Dendera that resembles a modern light bulb, known as the Dendera light. If such a massive power plant was built, there should be evidence of how it was constructed and what machines were used. This leads to the greatest mystery of the pyramid. How was it built? At the time the Great Pyramid was constructed, there were no cranes to lift heavy stones, no machines to cut stones precisely, and no wheels to transport them 800 kilometers. The stones are so precisely placed that a credit card cannot fit between them. Without advanced technology, how did they build a structure that has withstood 4,500 years of heat, rain, and earthquakes? Modern buildings, even with advanced technology, deteriorate within 15 to 20 years without maintenance. The pyramid weighs about 6 million tons compared to the Burj Khalifa's 500,000 tons. Historians believe the Great Pyramid was built by Pharaoh Khufu. There's a smaller pyramid nearby, also called Khufu's Pyramid, and an even smaller one built by Khufu's son, Menkaure, known as Menkaure's Pyramid. Historians suggest that ancient Egyptians believed life continued after death, so kings prepared for the afterlife by building tombs during their lifetime. This may explain why the granite sarcophagus was placed in the king's chamber before it was sealed, with only a small passage left for entry. After the king's death, their body was mummified to preserve it and placed in the sarcophagus. Food, clothing, jewelry, weapons, animals, and even servants were buried alive with the king to serve him in the afterlife. However, no mummies, jewelry, or artifacts have been found in the Great Pyramid. Historians speculate that these items may have been stolen over 4,500 years. While this explanation may apply to other pyramids, the Great Pyramid remains uniquely mysterious. It was built in 20 years without modern technology, which seems impossible. With 2.3 million stones, simple calculations show that one stone had to be placed every 4 minutes, day and night, for 20 years without breaks. This includes quarrying, finishing, transporting, and precisely placing stones, some weighing over 80 tons. How was this feasible in just 4 minutes? This mystery gives rise to a conspiracy theory that the Great Pyramid was built by aliens with advanced technology. While this theory seems far-fetched, the pyramid was likely built by humans, possibly with a massive workforce of 20,000 to 30,000 workers. Some experts propose a theory on how the pyramids were built without advanced technology. The Great Pyramid's foundation had to be strong, requiring a deep base. The ground was uneven, so they leveled it using a simple tool with a pointer that moved freely to indicate whether the ground was flat. To align the pyramid with Earth's directions without a compass, they may have used the autumn equinox, when shadows align perfectly east-west, or polar stars. To cut stones, they used copper tools mixed with arsenic for strength, hammering them with wooden mallets. For harder stones like granite, they used dolerite and a technique of inserting wooden wedges into cracks, soaking them with water to expand and break the stone. To transport stones, they used large boats. To lift stones to the pyramid's top, they likely used ramps, spiral tracks, or zigzag tracks. Physicist Joseph West suggested in 2014 that stones were pulled up slopes using ropes tied to wooden posts. While these theories explain the construction, they seem impractical. The pyramid's mystery remains unsolved. Another theory claims the pyramids were built 13,500 years ago, not 4,500 years ago, suggesting they predate Egyptian civilization. Graham Hancock, author of Fingerprints of the Gods, proposed the Orion correlation theory, stating that the 3 Giza pyramids align with the 3 stars of Orion's belt. However, these stars don't align with the pyramids today or 4,500 years ago, but they did 13,500 years ago. If true, were the pyramids a gift to the Egyptians? This might explain why no evidence of their construction exists in ancient Egyptian records. When the robotic camera explored the secret chamber in 2001 and drilled through the slab, it found another stone slab blocking the tunnel. Below it, red alphabets were written 4,500 years ago in an unknown language that experts couldn't decode. Scientists believe the secret chamber lies beyond this slab, but accessing it would require breaking the slabs, which the Egyptian government prohibits to preserve the ancient heritage. Tourists flock to the Great Pyramid because of its mysteries, unlike Egypt's other 138 pyramids. Perhaps the Egyptian authorities, including Zahi Hawass, don't want these secrets revealed, which might explain why he stole artifacts.